Marhaba. Today we're celebrating Maklube together, and Maklube from Bethlehem. You guys went to Chile and now you're celebrating it actually at the right season because it's the season of Batir aubergines from Bethlehem. We're going to do the old traditional Maklube. Today people put more than one vegetable in the Maklube. The original Maklube was either aubergines or cauliflower, not a mix of 10 vegetables. And it's very easy to do. So what we need here is some rice, some beautiful aubergines, lamb meat already boiled with a bit of onions, cardamom, and laurel leaves. We need that broth for the Maklube. We're going to add it on the rice. And then for spices, black pepper, 7 spices, which is the Arabic spices, pine nuts to decorate at the end, salt, and this is a special salt, it's Palestinian salt from the Dead Sea, and the secret ingredient, olive oil. Good olive oil from Bethlehem, Bejala, from the area, from Palestine, from Taiba. This one actually comes from Bejala. What we do now is we cut the aubergines and we cut them quite thick, because we need the aubergines to melt when they're cooking with the rice after. Here I already heated the oil. I have a small bit of aubergine that was testing the oil because it needs to be really, really hot. And then we put the aubergines. The aubergines are fried now. You see they're nice, brown, crispy. We're ready to start setting up the maklube, and that's the most important part. It's what we put and how we layer it. So aubergines are done. Now we start by olive oil. And we need a bit of olive oil at the bottom, so when it cooks, it doesn't stick. A bit of olive oil on the rice, because we're going to mix in the spices. For the spices, it's going to be black pepper and the mix of spices that has allspice, cinnamon, turmeric, cardamom in it. We mix them well with the rice. So these are nicely coated with olive oil and a lot of nice spices. We need a bit of salt here, not much. And now we layer. So we start with the meat. Just try and put the meat to cover the bottom of the pan. Some people put cubes of meat. I prefer putting this as pieces from the lamb leg with the bone, because the bone will also give it a flavor. Give it a different flavor, and the meat will be soft at the end. Here we're done. It has to be as flat as possible. And then we layer the aubergines now. So we need to cover it with baitanjan. All of that nice stuff. And if you see, I've cut some of them in round. The larger size ones, I cut them round. If not, the other ones in long strips. You just cover the bottom. They're thick. They've taken in a bit of oil, but not much. I put as much as we have aubergines. Some people put one layer only. I like putting a bit more, so that it really does a nice flavoring of the rice and of the meat. Some people like putting garlic, some people don't. I love garlic, so I put a few pieces of garlic. Not small because we don't want them to be like crunched. They're gonna be soft. Now the rice, and the rice you just put some all over. Cover the whole thing with rice. So now the rice is covering it. What we need is the broth. Here, we just put it through a colander. We don't want the onions. And you put enough broth to cover the rice, and a bit more, like a centimeter higher than your rice, aubergines. Just starts. And now we cook. To cook, I prefer using a medium heat, which we start at high, and we're gonna just cover it. We leave it on high until it boils, and then we put it on low, and we leave it for 45 minutes, and then we'll see if it's working. صحتين. It smells beautiful. It's ready now. Do Maklube, flip it over. Now we'll leave it a tiny bit to come down. علي راسك بالعالي بيطلع لك انت الغالي اسمك نجم almonds. Some people toast them quite dark. I like them like this.